Welcome, traders, to another Tick Mill trading update with me, Patrick Munnelly. Today, we are going to take a look at the FTSE. We're also going to take a look at the ASX200 in Australia. And we are going to look at Meta, and we're going to wrap things up looking at the SP500 futures. So starting with the FTSE here, we had a peak into the start of the year here. We've seen a corrective decline, which held 7,000 level, which was the 131 extension of the swing structure. We've since seen an attempt to advance to the upside here. What I'm looking for is any close now through the 7,525 level. I want to engage on the long side, looking at the high volume nodes, 7,550, then onto the equality objective versus this current swing structure we have in play, 7,570. If we can get through there, we look for a test of the trend channel resistance and the 131 extension and weekly projected range resistance at 7,600. Now, noteworthy on the weekly time frame, we're holding the trend line. We're attempting to put in a bullish inside bar here versus the last week's decline. If we can do that, then that could potentially set a base. We have some relatively favorable seasonals for the FTSE now heading into the mid part of February. So I want to keep an eye on this one. And like I say, looking for an extension to the upside. If we can start to get some closes above the trend channel, then we might have a more meaningful low in place to target the triangle resistance here on the daily time frame, which comes in back above the 7730s. To the upside. Alternative scenarios, if we fail to hold this corrective trend channel and take out the 7450, look for a move down into the daily ascending trend channel support, 73.90. Once again, I'll be watching that area for potential bullish reversal patterns to play this to the long side. So those are the areas I'm tracking in terms of the FTSE. Let's move over to down under in Australia, the ASX 200. Looking for this one to print new all-time highs here. We have a nice five-wave sequence, fourth wave here on the daily, looking for an extension now into versus the potential wave fall lower, 73.22 gives us 77.32. In terms of getting into that trade, I watch for a 4-hour close here above the 78.6% retracement of that wave fall decline we saw from the prior cycle highs here. We held the equality objective nicely into that 73.33. I've since seen an impulsive advance. So closes through the 75.80s. We target initially a move up through prior cycle highs, 76.50s. And we have 77.35 as the 127 extension of that wave 4. And we also have the weekly R3 there, and we have that 5=1 objective sitting there as well. So those are our targets in terms of the ASX 200s. Let's now move to Meta, parent of Facebook, and see what we've got in terms of opportunities there. Looking for further upside. In terms of Meta, what I'm targeting is a test of the yearly R1 sitting up at $436. Now, tracking this current pattern, this current market structure we have, I look for any move into weekly projected range resistance. Watch for any three-wave corrective moves back into the trend channel support and the weekly projected range support at $371. Watch for bullish reversal patterns there. I think that's the area. Nice level to engage on the long side. And we have a 5=1 objective. So when I talk about 5=1, this is what I'm referencing here. We're using this current wave 1 structure. So if we get that pullback into the weekly, into the weekly projected range support and the trend channel support, bullish reversal patterns, 5=1 gives us that 430, and in extension, the 436 and weekly projected trend channel resistance coming in there. Certainly, I'll be watching for a more meaningful pullback from that yearly R1. And we will wrap things up here with a quick look at the S&P 500 using the futures contract on the hourly time frame, tracking this 5-wave sequence. Our wave 4 low in place now with new highs at that 48.73. So whilst we hold support at the 48.99 to that 49.01 midpoint of the current H1 channel, I'm looking for an extension into the 49.30s, watching for momentum divergence to kick in there, bearish reversal patterns playing for a break of the support zone, and looking for a test initially down into this high volume node on the H1 profile here, which will take us back into the 48.80s, and in extension then we look for a test of projected trend channel support down to the 48.60s. As always, traders, plan the trade, trade the plan, and most importantly, manage your risk. Until next time, thanks very much.